Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Friday, September 4th, 2020. I am Freddie Liebert. There are currently 4 systems in the Atlantic that persons in St. Kitts and Nevis may need to pay attention to, so says Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer.
There are 2 of these systems that are east of us and may be of interest to us on next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So the tropical wave number 2, a nearly stationary broad area of low pressure, is located over the east central tropic Atlantic, midway between the west coast of Africa and the Windward Islands. This system continues to develop continue to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms, and some development is possible during the next couple of days before it merges or interacts with a large tropical wave located just to the east of it. Formation chance to 48 hours, low at 20%. Formation chance to 5 days, low at 30%.
Dyer also spoke about the second weather system.
A tropical wave, an area of low pressure located just west of the Cabo Verde Islands, is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Gradual development of this system is expected as it moves westward to west-northwestward, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this weekend or early next week when the system reaches the central tropical Atlantic. Formation chance to 48 hours, medium at 40%. Formation chance through 5 days, high at 80%. This is the weather system that we have to pay attention to, as by Tuesday or Wednesday next week, it should be just east of the northern Leeward Islands. So we must pay close attention to the movement of this tropical weather system and for information from the local Met services.
Persons are urged to be prepared as this is the peak of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Visit the Nevis Disaster Management's website at www.ndmd.kn to look up the locations of hurricane shelters in your area. Citizens and residents abroad who wish to return to Nevis must make an application to return. That application must be sent to the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force.
You write an email of application to the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force at covid19taskforce@nia.gov.com. And in that application, we ask you to state your full name as it appears in your passport, your date of birth, your gender, your personal email address, your mobile number, because sometimes we need some clarification and we need to call, your occupation, your place of work, or the name of the school that you're attending, your proof of citizenship or residency, your home address in Nevis and telephone number, and you need to state any additional family members traveling with you, and the same information is needed for each family member that is traveling with you.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet, advises persons not to travel to the island without prior approval.
So you're going to propose the date that you want to come in. However, because of our quarantine space, we may not be able to assist you with a quarantine space at the time that you would like, and therefore do not buy an airline ticket, for example, until you have been approved. Now, once your application is approved, and that means we have the space to accommodate you at one of the quarantine sites, you will be notified by email, and you will be sent a quarantine and notice of quarantine or isolation form that you need to sign and return. You are then free to book your travel, and you're to send confirmation of intended date of arrival and whether you're arriving by air or sea. You need to scan a copy of your passport ID page. That is a page with your picture, your date of birth, etc. And confirm your port of embarkation, your carrier, your date of travel. And send that email to the COVID-19 task force at niagov.com.
Persons will only be allowed to return to the Federation if they have tested negative for COVID-19.
You need to take a COVID-19 test within 3 days of travel and send that result to the COVID-19 task force. You're only allowed to enter St. Kitts and Nevis if you have a negative COVID-19 test, and it must be a PCR test.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet. In preparation for the reopening of schools on the island, the Ministry of Education organized for the cleaning and sanitizing of school buses today, Friday, September 4th, 2020. In addition to the regular cleaning, professional cleaners were hired to sanitize and disinfect the school buses, which will be a regular addition to the daily and weekly cleaning. The deep cleaning of these buses was a result of the restrictions and health and safety measures brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. All public schools on Nevis are expected to reopen on Monday, September 7th, 2020, after being closed in March of 2020 when the Federation received its first positive case. Still to come.
And so our virtual week of activities starts with Mindful Monday, which is we're asking individuals to relax your mind and indulge in
the details right after this break.
Contribute to the future. Create the sound of Nevis. The Nevis Tourism Authority, in collaboration with the Culturama Secretariat, presents the Nevis Song Competition. Winner will receive EC $5,000. That's right, 5,000 EC dollars could be yours. The deadline is September 11th, 2020. Submit your song to info@nevisisland.com. Visit www.nevisisland.com and www.culturamanevis.com for more information. It's the Nevis Song Competition.
Welcome back.
From the 7th of September to the 11th of September, we have some social media activities, which are basically our virtual week of activities that are tying into COVID-19 and its protocols. As you know, it's social distancing, not being in large groups, etc. But you can still be healthy and do what you should do to stay healthy. And so our virtual week of activities starts with Mindful Monday, which is we're asking individuals to relax your mind and indulge in mental exercises that would bring you peace and relaxation. And so you can go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages. Our Facebook page is Nevis HPU, and our Instagram page is hpu.nevis. And we would have tips and videos showing ways for Mindful Monday.
Health educator in the Health Promotion Unit, Chevany Nisbet, speaking about the upcoming activity for Caribbean Wellness Day on Monday, September 7th, 2020. The health educator also made mention of Tuesday's activity, which will also be virtual.
On Tuesday, we have Tasty Tuesday, and we're asking individuals to join us on Facebook as Chef Michael Henville will be preparing a healthy dish with the fruit and vegetable of the week that week. I think the fruit and the vegetable would be avocado as the fruit and pumpkin as the vegetable, and he will be preparing dishes that are going to be using those two fruits and vegetables.
Caribbean Wellness Day, which is annually celebrated on September 12th, has as its theme for this year, Power Through Collective Action. St. Kitts and Nevis is one of the first countries within CARICOM to pass the Advanced Cargo Information Bill 2020 in the Federal Parliament on Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. The bill is to facilitate the provisions of advanced information relating to cargo and passengers of a conveyance to share information with other states with a view to identifying cargo and persons that may pose risk to security while facilitating trade through electronic data interchange and for matters connected therewith. The Advanced Cargo Information Bill 2020 was passed to strengthen border security, and through the Advanced Cargo Information System, it calls for the provision of advanced data or information to the Customs and Excise Department from cargo vessels entering the Federation's ports. Mr. Speaker, when the bill is passed, it is anticipated that the information provided would help to ensure that the Customs and Excise Department would better be placed to protect the Federation and the region from threats emanating from international trade, said mover of the bill, Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for Customs, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris. Dr. Harris indicated that other CARICOM territories would move to pass the said bill. Prime Minister Harris said it was important for the CARICOM member states to move forward with harmonized policies that will benefit the people of the region. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Silibird. Thank you for viewing and have a great weekend.